Hello and welcome. My name is Lexi Jong, and here I like to talk about luxury beauty. Today we are doing a repurchase review. If you're new to my channel, that is where I go through all of the items I featured on my channel in this past month. So in this case, September. And I go over whether or not I would purchase them again and any like updates or anything on those products. We also have a top 5 for the month at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. So we started off September with a video using a whole bunch of different types of new makeup. One of them was the Victoria Beckham Satin Casual Liner in Fig. And this is a violet purple shade. You can see there's a red base in there. To say I do really like this. I think it's pretty. I do love the Victoria Beckham eyeliner formula. If you're going for a smudged out look, it is not something that will stay precise on me without any smudging or anything like that. So for an intentional smudged look, I like it and I love purple. So this is a really nice shade. I would pick this one up again. We also did a preview and a full-length video of the Gucci blushes. This one here is for Bright Coral. And I have to say, I really like the Gucci blushes. I ended up picking up all of them. My favorites, it's really hard to choose, but I think number 5 and number 4 are definitely up there. So here is number 5. This is probably my number 1 shade. It is also known as Rosy Beige. We'll just put that right next to number 4. And these are my most worn of the Gucci blushes so far. To say I really like the formula. I'm happy I purchased all 6 of the shades and I would definitely do it again. We also went over the Chanel Tweed quads. I did pick up all 4 of these, and I think the embossing on these is gorgeous. I do think these were a bit of a missed opportunity from Chanel. I will have a video on that very soon, and a lot of people have asked me about my thoughts on Chanel and their direction right now without a creative director, so that's coming very soon. But this one here is my favorite of the Tweeds. This is number 1, Tweed Cuivre. And I find the formulas on all 4 of them to be slightly different, not necessarily the same. I think this one is the smoothest. The colors are very rich, vibrant. All of the shades in all of the quads really are things that you can get other places. So you're paying for the design, the packaging, and the exclusivity of these quads. That being said, I'd probably pick up all 4 of these again, but if I were trying to be good, I would stick with number 1, this Tweed Cuivre, and number 4, Brightening Rose. We also took a look at a new lipstick formula from YSL. These are the Ysl Bold Lipsticks, and they kind of remind me of the Chanel Rouge Allure L'Extrait lipsticks in a way, just because they have that bold pigmentation that lasts for a long time on your lips. I have to say I really like this color I picked up. It's number 12. And I think the formula is great. One thing is YSL does have kind of that fruity fragrance to the lipsticks, which, you know, I have nothing against that fragrance itself. I just don't really love it in my lipsticks. So I might pick up 1 or 2 of these because I do like the formula, but it's not going to be a favorite lipstick, overall because of the fragrance for me. Next, we have the Chanel Noir Allure Mascara. I was really excited for this. I really like the packaging on here. I love the Allure style packaging with the push tops. I think it's very sleek. I was very excited because this was described as, having some red in it. The red is imperceptible, which, wasn't in the original promos, but once it came out, it does say an imperceptible red base. I'm okay with it being black. That's fine. But I just don't love the formula. I think it's only okay. I don't think it's worth it. I will not be purchasing this again. I will use like samples and things that I get and so forth. But I do find that it can be a little bit flaky. It can also be a little bit clumpy. So it's not my favorite. I would not pick this up again. Next, we have Dior Golden Bouquet. This is a limited edition palette. I would pick this one up again from Dior. And I think it's really beautiful. It's a gorgeous basic palette. It's very light. It suits my complexion very well. So it's definitely not going to be a palette that is going to work for everybody. But for me, I think it's a great neutral palette to have on hand. So this is one I would pick up again. And honestly, I mean, look at the embossing on here. You can't beat the flowers. I absolutely love it. I actually like this one better. You know, I feel like the appearance for this goes better with the Monsieur Mi Fiore line than the one that they released with that does not have the embossing. I feel like this embossing really matches it. So whatever. I like this one. I would purchase this one again. Next, we have another really exciting launch, the Westman Atelier Liquid Blender Drops. What are these called? The Vital Skincare Complexion Drops. And I have to say, I would not buy these again. I don't like them. I was very excited for this launch. It sounded like the perfect skin tint. It's just too oily. You know, it doesn't really ever fully set down. You know, in a way on the skin, it kind of reminds me of the Jones Road What the Foundation. So, you know, if that's something you like, then you might like this, but they don't really work that well for me. So these I won't be purchasing again. I'm actually going to see how they perform more as like a radiant primer, perhaps. I'll see if that does anything. But honestly, with the amount of oil and the slip in there, I feel like it's not going to be that effective. You know, it's probably, I shouldn't say anything until I test it, but I just feel like it's not going to have enough adhesion in order to work well as a primer. Now, Westman Atelier also came out with a liquid blender brush. This is a Fupa brush, Koyudo Fupa, or F series now. And I forget what the number is, but I will look that up. They have a bigger version of this, which I believe is the exact same dimensions as the Westman Atelier one. They are drastically different in price. The Koyudo is something like a third of the price of the Westman Atelier. They're both Fude brushes. They're both handmade in Japan. They're both using synthetic fibers. I feel like the Koyudo is a much better deal. Nothing against Westman Atelier brush. I like it. It performs well. But for the price point, I would pick up the Koyudo over the Westman Atelier. However, if you are collecting the Westman Atelier brushes, this is a great one to have in your set just because, you know, it has a nice function to it that the other brushes don't do, because this is definitely much more dense and plush. But, you know, unless you're collecting them, go with the Koyudo. Next, we have the Hermes Fall Lipsticks. And I have to say, I was a little disappointed because you see the metallic portion on these. They're not all matte metallics like I was hoping for, but they are really beautiful. So this one here, 18 Matte Métal Rouge Granat. So this one is a matte metallic. Let me show you this. But it's a subtle metallic. So you can see there's a metallic sheen there, but it's pretty subtle. So I do like it though, because it gives just a little something without looking like you're wearing a metallic lipstick. But these other two here, this one is 62. It's just a regular matte Rouge Feu. Put that right there. This is a really beautiful, like classic red with some orange. I really like this one. And my favorite though is 76 matte Rouge Sanabra. And this one, I mean, look at that. It actually has a little bit more burnt orange on the lips mixed with red. I really like it. So I would pick up all three of the Hermes lipsticks again. Lipsticks, again, are my weakness. So if you're trying to narrow it down, again, the Rouge Sanabra is my favorite. So Yunji bronzer brush. This is a jumbo bronzer. Definitely yes. So this one was gifted to me, and then I wanted to purchase another one after everybody had a chance to buy it. It sold out. So I didn't get a chance to get a second one yet, but when they do restock eventually, I will be picking this up. This is a go-to brush for me. You can use it for powder as well. It doesn't have to be just for bronzer, but I absolutely love this brush. I have a full video on this if you're interested. It's fantastic. Next, we went in with the new Garelam Peru Gold Skin Matte Foundation. I'm testing this in the Radiant. I'm still testing these, you know, formula-wise, I've got it down. It's just the shade that I ended up picking, 00C, is a lot lighter than I was expecting based off of my normal shade of 00N. And so I can only test it when I'm going to be staying at home. It's too ghostly for me to wear in public. So I will have a full review on this and the Radiant. And I do really like the formula. I think the formula is great, but the colors, I need to figure out a different color for me. So if you already know your color, you know, it's definitely a great foundation. I really do like it. And then we had this Dior single in 755 Violet Bloom. I mean, look at this. It looks really pretty in the pan. It's called Violet Bloom. You would expect to see some violet, but look at that. There's no violet in here. It's really more of a rusty pink. I don't love it. I would not pick it up again. And then we have another one of the Garelam Matte Maytel lipsticks. This one's $8.80. So I had already picked up 3, but I added this one. You can see this is the $8.80, and compared to the metallic right here from Hermes, you can see how much more metallic the Garelam lipsticks are. So, and in comparison to the Rouge Fia, this is going to be cooler. So the Garelam is going to be a cooler red than the Hermes. So I would definitely pick that up again. I really like the matte metallics from Garelam. So I have 4 now. Definitely really enjoying them. Next we have the Jones Road blush, and I have the shade Pop. I think this is a really nice blush. It's a really beautiful. I've actually been considering picking up the rest of them. I have so many blushes. That's the reason I haven't, but I would pick up more of these. I think they are a very nice formula. They have some grip to the cheek. I'd like to see some more colors. They definitely have all like pinks. I'd like to see a little bit more like nudes and corals and things like that in their collection as well. But I would definitely pick some more of these up. This here is quickly becoming a staple concealer. This is the Bobbi Brown Skin Full Cover Concealer. I have shade Porcelain. I really like it. I've been wearing it every day. So it's either this, or I've also been using the Say Brightening Under Eye Concealer a ton. Those are the 2 that I've been using more than any other concealer. Really love this. You know, I'd say it's more of a medium coverage than full coverage if you have really deep circles. I just don't think it's really going to cover them sufficiently, but it's a really great medium coverage concealer in my opinion. We have the Chantakai Rose Face Tint. I think this is a nice face tint. I did compare it to the Chanel Rosy Light Drops in my video. They are fairly similar. I think this is great for some brightening. If you have products that are just, you need a little bit of radiance and maybe cool them off a little bit, this is a great thing to mix into them. You can mix it with foundation. You can wear it underneath foundation. You can wear it without makeup, just on skin. You can wear it just under the eyes. There's so many ways to use this. I think it's a really great product. This one was gifted to me, but I would pick this one up. Then we have the By Terry Crayon Eyeliners. These are relatively new. I have actually been wearing them for, I think, a couple months now. I really like these a lot. So these are definitely a go-to eyeliner that I reach for. They are mostly neutral shades, so I would love to see some more colors. But yeah, these I would definitely repurchase. I think they are fantastic. When I'm speaking about my favorite eyeliners, I personally like something that is creamy like a kohl but will stay put. And these, as well as the others from later on, the Garelam, these are ones that I would recommend in there, as well as the Sisley Fido Kohl Star, Chantakai Luster Glides. So those are kind of like the ones that I think perform the best, yet are still very creamy. So I would pick up more Garelam and more By Terry. And just to mention, I haven't done a video on these, but I did do an Instagram post, Esum's Dual Ended Eyeliners. I would pick these up again as well. These were gifted, but again, these fit in that same category, being very creamy, but really staying put. And I'm telling you, these are waterproof, they're smudge proof. Once they set, they're there. So I would definitely get these as well. Next, let's just do these 2 Tom Ford products together. We have the Tom Ford Violet Satine. A definite must-have for me. I love this. Between this one and Velour Khaki here, I like both of them. The Violet Satine is going to be my favorite between the 2. And these are coming to stores soon. They are available in boutiques, but they will be permanent. So I really like both of them. They're the creme formula. I would pick up both of them again, but definitely the Violet Satine. However, it is very, very similar to Dior Tutu. So if you like that, just know that they are very, very similar in color stories. And I did touch on the new Tom Ford Illuminators and the shade and illuminate in 0.5. I would pick up all of the ones that I picked up again, but I will have a full video on those later. And yeah, so far those are in boutiques as well, and they will be, you know, available in stores relatively soon. They have been reformulated. Next, by Rado, Liquid Lipstick Vinyl. And I really like these. So this one here, you know, I don't like the way they have the shade names because they don't really have them. Like, you have to peel back the sticker, I think, to see it. Yeah, so this is $3.75 flushed, but I wish they just had it printed on the bottom or something. But regardless, I love this. This is the shade that I wear the most. It's this one right up here at the top. And I really like these. Would definitely pick these up again. I have a full video on them with swatches of the ones I picked up. I have 4 of them, by the way. And one of them is sparkly, which, by the way, it's like Rouge Cosmique. I would pick up all of the shades I picked up again, but I really like them. I think that one in particular is kind of special. Then we went to Bobbi Brown Jade Stone Palette Grungy Greens. This is such a bargain, in my opinion. I think it's a great palette. Great, like every day you've got neutrals in there, you've got mattes, you've got shimmers, you've got greens. I would definitely pick this one up again. I think it is a great palette. Then we have the Miss Dior Mille Fiori collection for the 75th anniversary. These are the lipstick cases I picked up. I also picked up this candle here in the back. And yeah, you know what? It's stunning. I love the flowers. I would definitely pick up all of these items again, and I think they make great gifts. Next up, we have the Poe Holiday Collection. This has got to be one of the best holiday collections. I absolutely love it. I picked up pretty much the entire collection. This is the highlighter in 104. This is exclusive to the Poe website. I really love everything in this collection. The eyeshadows are great. Performance is great. Now, the eyeshadows are very, very soft. You know, so this is not going to be for everybody. But if you're looking for a very subtle color, very soft, this is a good eyeshadow palette. But if you are looking for other things, their lipsticks are amazing and the highlighters are incredible. So really happy with the entire collection. I would pick up the whole thing again. Then we've got some more new makeup I've been trying. This is the Poe the Foundation. This is the new reformulation. And I'm really enjoying this. I have this on my skin today. I have to say, it really sinks in like skincare. Feels more like a moisturizer going on the skin, sinks in, like I can feel my skin just kind of drink it up. And I think it's just a really beautiful finish. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm hoping, I was really hoping not to, because it's definitely a hefty price tag. But so far, so good with this, and I will have a full review on this in the next month. Also picked up one of the Ysl Holiday Singles. This is going to be in unconforming or non-conforming taupe. I forget which way they phrased it. But this is number 28. And this is totally a favorite eyeshadow shade now. You can see it's almost like a mink brown with more gray in it. Really beautiful. Absolutely love it. And would definitely pick this one up again. I also have this Mob Beauty Cream Blush, and I have shade number M73. I don't really like it. I think it's okay, but I'm not going to pick up more of these. They're not great. I also picked up the Hermes Limited Edition nail polish in Grise A10. And this is 84 Metal, and I don't have it on my nails anymore, but I do really like this one. I picked this up again. I might pick up the Violet Manganese as well, which is also limited edition. It's on the Hermes website. I think the Hermes nail polish formula is a nice formula. I do really enjoy it. It did not last quite as long as I was hoping. I was hoping it would be like, you know, longer than usual, but I would say average wear time. I find the formula very similar to the indie brand Mooncat. If you like sparkly holographic nail polish and so forth, I would pick that up over the Hermes. But if you're looking for like more neutral cream type colors, the Hermes is a really nice polish. For the price tag, I personally will only pick up special shades probably. I have hundreds of nail polish, so, you know, I'm trying to be a little selective here. And then we have the Bobbi Brown Luxe Eye and Cheek palette. To say I absolutely love the packaging on here. I think this is a really nice palette. You know, they're probably not colors that I will wear a ton, so I personally would probably end up passing on this, mostly because of this glittery highlighter. However, I do think the quality is there, and if these color stories appeal to you and they work well on your complexion, then I would definitely recommend this palette. It's just a little bit warmer than what I typically gravitate towards, so it's not going to be something that I will use frequently. However, I think it's a very good price for what you get in here, and I think everything is very nice. Just note that the highlighter here is essentially glitter. I also picked up some of the these are the Bobbi Brown Luxe lipsticks, the new Luxe lipsticks. This one here is 308 Pink Nude, and let's just put that there. And I like the formula of these. I think these are a great lipstick, and I just think that their shades online really need work. Their photos of the swatches and so forth they're very misleading. So I would pick these up again, but I would go in store and look at them in store before purchasing. So overall though, definitely a great product. All right, so doing my top 5 this month was really, really difficult because there are a ton of things that I absolutely love. So, you know, I tried to pick, you know, just things that I'm really gravitating towards a ton right now, like what I'm actually using the most. And I would have to say this is going to be on my list, not because I'm using it, but because I'm looking at it every day. And it is fragrance similar to the Miss Dior fragrance. And I absolutely love this. So this is on my list. And then we also have the Clé de Peau Holiday Collection, specifically this lipstick in 523 Stellar Red, the Jumbo Bronzer from Sonia G, the Tom Ford Violet Satine, and the Gucci Blush in 05. So those are the top 5 things that I'm reaching for from the September purchases. I would love to know what you've been using, what you have enjoyed this month, things that haven't worked out so well for you. So please let me know down below in the comments and share this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you very soon. I hope you have a wonderful day.